You know what nobody talks about? The reason you're not as wealthy as your extroverted coworker has nothing to do with how hard you work or how smart you are. It's because almost every piece of financial advice you've ever received was designed for someone else. Network your way to success. Negotiate aggressively. Put yourself out there. If you're an introvert, you've probably tried following this advice. And if you're like the 68% of introverts who report feeling exhausted by traditional career advancement strategies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. By the end of this video, I'm going to show you 3 pieces of financial advice that are actively sabotaging your wealth and the alternative strategies that actually work for your personality type. The third one is costing you an estimated $300,000 over your career, and almost nobody is talking about it. Here's something that might surprise you. Between 30 to 50% of Americans identify as introverts. That means there are over 100 million introverts in the United States alone dealing with the same financial challenges you are. But here's what's wild. Nearly every best-selling finance book, every LinkedIn influencer, every career coach is giving advice that assumes you have the same energy levels and social preferences as extroverts. Think about the last time you sat through a financial seminar or watched a video about building wealth. How many times did you hear expand your network, attend more events, or speak up in meetings? And I'm not saying networking doesn't work. It absolutely does. For extroverts, it's like a superpower that literally creates money out of conversations. But for introverts, it's like being told the only way to get in shape is to run marathons when you're actually better suited for swimming or cycling. The destination is the same, but you're being forced down a path that drains your energy instead of amplifying your natural strengths. Let me break down the 3 biggest pieces of advice that are hurting your financial future. The problem. This phrase has become gospel in the business world. And statistically, it's not wrong. A LinkedIn survey found that 85% of jobs are filled through networking. But here's what they don't tell you. The type of networking that works for extroverts is fundamentally different from what works for introverts. Extroverts thrive in large group settings. They can work a room at a conference, collect 50 business cards, and genuinely enjoy the process. Their brains literally reward them with dopamine for these interactions. For introverts, attending a networking event with 200 people isn't energizing, it's depleting. You're not being antisocial or lazy. Your brain processes social stimulation differently. Large groups drain your cognitive resources faster, which means by the time you get to the important conversations, you're running on empty. A study from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that introverts experience what's called social fatigue 47% faster than extroverts in group settings. So when traditional advice tells you to just get out there, or fake it till you make it, what they're really saying is, drain your energy reserves to compete in an environment where you're at a disadvantage. The alternative, what actually works, deep networking, not wide networking. Instead of trying to meet 100 people, focus on building genuine relationships with 10. Research from Wharton professor Adam Grant shows that the quality of your connections matters more than the quantity, especially for career advancement. Here are 3 tactical strategies. One-on-one coffee meetings. Instead of attending the conference, reach out to speakers afterward for individual conversations. Introverts excel in deep, focused discussions. Use that. Online networking. Written communication gives you time to think, craft thoughtful responses, and build relationships without the energy drain. LinkedIn, Twitter, and niche online communities are goldmines for introverts. Create content instead of attending events. Write articles, make videos, or start a newsletter in your industry. This is what's called passive networking. People come to you because they value your expertise. You build authority without exhausting yourself. I know someone who built a 6-figure consulting business entirely through LinkedIn posts and email. 0 conferences. 0 cold calls. Just consistent, thoughtful content. The problem. You've probably heard this one a million times. You need to negotiate for what you're worth. Ask for a 20% raise. Be aggressive or you'll get walked over. And yes, negotiation is crucial. Studies show that people who negotiate their first salary can earn over $500,000 more during their career than those who don't. But here's the issue. Most negotiation advice is built around an extroverted, assertive communication style. Walk in with confidence. Demand what you deserve. Don't take no for an answer. For introverts, this approach can feel inauthentic and uncomfortable. And when you're uncomfortable, you don't negotiate effectively. You either come across as too passive or you overcompensate and seem aggressive, which backfires. There's actual research on this. A study in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that introverts who try to adopt extroverted negotiation tactics experience higher stress levels and worse outcomes than those who use strategies aligned with their natural communication style. The alternative. The secret isn't to negotiate like an extrovert. It's to leverage your introvert strengths. Preparation over performance. Introverts excel at research and planning. Before any negotiation, gather data on salary ranges, your specific accomplishments, and market rates. Walk in with documents, not just confidence. Numbers speak louder than bravado. Written negotiation. Whenever possible, negotiate via email. This gives you time to craft your argument, present evidence clearly, and avoid the pressure of in-the-moment responses. I've seen introverts secure 30% raises through well-written email negotiations that they never could have achieved face-to-face. Focus on value, not demands. Instead of "I want X amount," frame it as "based on the value I've created." Specific examples: a salary of X aligns with market rates for this role. This shifts the conversation from confrontation to problem solving, which is where introverts shine. Use the pause. In verbal negotiations, silence makes extroverts uncomfortable, but introverts are comfortable with it. After you make your case, stop talking. Let them sit with the information. The urge to fill silence often works in your favor. One more thing. Consider negotiating for things beyond salary. Remote work options, flexible hours, professional development budgets. These can be worth thousands and are often easier to secure because they don't hit the salary budget the same way. The problem. This is the big one. The one that's potentially costing you $300,000 or more. The internet is flooded with advice telling you that if you want to get wealthy, you need to start a business. Be your own boss. Build passive income. Escape the 9 to 5. And statistically, yes, business owners do build more wealth over time than employees. But here's what nobody mentions. 90% of startups fail within the first 5 years. And the types of businesses that succeed fastest are often the ones that require constant networking, pitching, selling, and self-promotion. In other words, businesses designed for extroverts. If you're an introvert, you might try to start a business, realize it requires 60-hour weeks of activities that drain you, burn out, and then feel like you failed because you didn't want it enough. The truth is, traditional entrepreneurship often plays to extroverted strengths. Cold outreach, constant networking, face-to-face sales, public speaking for marketing. The alternative. The real opportunity isn't entrepreneurship versus employment. It's finding the right type of wealth building that matches your energy profile. Strategic employment can be incredibly lucrative. Tech companies, finance firms, and specialized roles often pay $200,000 to $500,000 plus for individual contributors. That means you can build serious wealth without managing people or networking constantly. If you do want to build a business, choose introvert-friendly models. Software or digital products. Build once, sell repeatedly. Minimal ongoing social interaction required. Content-based businesses. YouTube channels, courses, newsletters. You create in solitude and distribute at scale. Service businesses with boundaries. Consulting or freelancing where you work with a small number of clients in your zone of genius. Quality over quantity. Investing in asset-based income. Real estate, dividend stocks, or index funds. Your money works while you recharge. Here's a specific example. I know an introvert who spent 5 years climbing the corporate ladder at a tech company, earning $350,000 annually. Instead of quitting to start a business, she invested 70% of her income. In 10 years, her investment portfolio generated enough passive income to match her salary. Same destination, completely different path. The key is understanding that wealth building isn't one size fits all. Playing to your strengths means recognizing that deep focus, analytical thinking, and thoughtful decision-making are incredibly valuable in the market. Here's what all of this comes down to: financial advice isn't neutral. It's culturally shaped by extroverted norms that dominate business culture. When you follow advice that doesn't fit your personality, 3 things happen. You waste energy. Every hour spent forcing yourself into uncomfortable situations is an hour you're not operating at your best. You miss opportunities. While you're exhausting yourself trying to network like an extrovert, you're ignoring the opportunities that naturally align with your strengths. You undervalue your abilities. Introverts bring incredible value: deep analytical thinking, careful planning, strong listening skills, and the ability to focus for extended periods. These are literally the skills that create wealth in the information economy. The solution isn't to change who you are. It's to stop following advice designed for someone else. Build wealth on your terms. Choose deep connections over wide networks. Negotiate with preparation and data, not just confidence. Pick wealth-building paths that energize you instead of draining you. The most successful introverts I know aren't the ones who learn to act like extroverts. They're the ones who stop trying. If this video resonated with you, here's what I want you to do. First, identify one piece of traditional financial advice you've been following that drains your energy. Write it down. Then ask yourself, what would the introvert-friendly alternative look like? Second, if you found this valuable, subscribe to the channel. We're building a community of introverts who are done with one-size-fits-all financial advice and ready to build wealth in ways that actually work for us. Drop a comment below telling me which of these 3 pieces of bad advice has hurt you the most. I read every comment and your insights help shape future videos. Remember, the goal isn't to work harder. It's to work smarter in a way that honors who you are. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.